First, let me thank you for this opportunity and for taking the time to allow us to present the solution to all of Flix2U problems. Now, let me ask you, what is the difference between first place and second place? No one remembers the name of the first person who comes in second. It's time Flix2U became #1 in online movie rentals. Datum Unlimited will help to propel you into that spot. Now, I'll introduce to you the team members who can make that happen. Myself as project manager, Josh, our database engineer, Marquise, our data and user analysis engineer, and Thomas, our database administrator, and lastly, Alex, our programmer. I believe Flix2U stated the problem perfectly as data rich but information poor. The problem Flix2U is facing right now is the ability to turn the information currently collected into reliable and useful data that can be used to make Flix2U more profitable and #1 in movie rentals. Currently, you have 3 major competitors all working around the clock to update their movie selections and websites with products consumers desire the most. Data Unlimited can design the database that will keep Flix2U ahead of the competition. We can design a database that will improve productivity and be faster and more robust with the ability to generate the reports needed to make critical business decisions.
The original database design was preserved as much as possible in order to maintain continuity with the website. Changes were made, however, in order to increase usability and to accommodate future expansion. For example, the video stores table has been removed due to the closure of retail locations. The format types and genre codes tables were removed in light of more specific tables such as movie format type and movie genre code. With this option, a separate table can be created to capture this data and will allow the data to be more organized in the database rather than just creating additional format and genre codes under a generic table.
After reviewing the current database and looking at the many factors including equipment, design, infrastructure, and cost, we decided to keep the original database design and just make necessary modifications. Backing up the database will be done on-site as well as off-site. On-site, we will use a network attached storage device. We will also use a cloud service for off-site backup. Using a cloud service such as AT&T offers enhanced security, protection from denial of service attacks, and you only pay for the storage you need instead of blocks of storage you may never use.
The database will be updated with the use of procedural SQL code that will be automatically invoked by the relational database management system upon the occurrence of a given data manipulated event. This event will take place once a data row is inserted, updated, or deleted. Each procedure will be associated with the database table. Each database table may have more than one procedural event. The procedural SQL code will set to update once a transaction has been completed.
Now let's discuss briefly the skills a future database administrator would need in order to perform this job successfully. A Microsoft Certified Systems Administrator in SQL Server 2012 or Data Platform will be the ideal candidate, with an extensive amount of knowledge about database hardware, software, infrastructure, and clustering. Database administrators are responsible for defining and enforcing policies and procedures, as well as programming standards. Another key role of the database administrator is to train and support users of the database.
We believe the most productive categories will be the overview analytics and the media analytics view. The database dashboard will be used by administrators and managers to analyze and manage all aspects of the database. Administrators and managers are provided with drop-down menus, charts, graphs, and the ability to export to PDF and Excel spreadsheets. The categories in the drop-down are highly configurable and can be changed on a per-user basis to provide that person with only the information that they need. When observing the current Flix2U system, it is clear that different departments possess different roles, and consequently certain roles require more access to the database while others do not. Hence, for obvious system stability and security reasons, Datum Unlimited has set forth some restrictions that will dictate who will have access to what. Given the database administrator's function, naturally he or she will be granted privileges to access all data, as well as make the appropriate adjustments to the database where it is necessary. Database operators will work with the DBA closely and be granted rights to view data as well as make the necessary adjustments. It is only necessary for the customer service department to have access to customer data tables. Within these fields, a customer service representative may edit information, for example, updating phone numbers and other contact information. A data analyst will be granted rights to access the entire database. However, he or she may not be granted the right to make changes to the database. The finance department will be granted limited access to the database, where they may only view financial details between the customer and Flix2U. The marketing department will have access to whatever table upper management desires. However, they will not be able to make changes to the database. No direct access to the database by the network administrator will be required. Permission from the DBA will be necessary if otherwise. No direct access to the database by the web developer is required. Likewise, permission from the DBA will be necessary for access. All of upper management will have access to the entire database, though Datum Unlimited does not see it necessary to grant the permission to make changes. Lower management will have the ability to access and manipulate the data tables within their specific department.
My name is Alexander, and I was in charge of, among other things, developing the dashboard through which Flix2U's management will be able to analyze and manage every aspect of Flix2U's newly designed database. Our database provides visual representations of long-term, annual, quarterly, and monthly trends in sales, downloads, membership, and any number of additional user configurable categories. This is in addition to the raw data that can be retrieved from the database, such as movie or subscription information. Customizable printouts of data can be easily exported to PDF or Excel spreadsheet by selecting either the PDF or Excel icon from the top right of any page or from the drop-down menu associated with individual charts. As you can see, we've created demo pages of the Overview Analytics and Media Analytics categories. These categories can be customized and restricted on a per user or per employee position basis in order to provide each user with only the information that is relevant to them. As an example, our demo page of the Overview Analytics view is representative of what a member of Flix2U's sales team might be interested in. The data provided, notably trends in revenue, downloads, and membership numbers, will allow those in charge of sales to make more informed business decisions by analyzing the correlation between these trends. The data shown here is highly customizable and can be changed to suit the needs of any individual. Additionally, the Media Analytics view is representative of what a database programmer or technician might find useful. And as you can see, this page outputs the information in the database associated with a specific movie, which can be used to quickly ensure that this information is correct. In summary, our dashboard offers customizable views that can be curtailed to suit the needs of any employee.
The project will be broken down into 3 phases to minimize costs and maximize efficiencies. Our project timeline and milestones break down as you see here. The analysis phase of the project will be completed on January 16, 2013. This will include, but is not limited to, meeting with the business team and doing an analysis on the database. Development and testing will be completed on March 7th, 2013, with the requirements being delivered and the web pages will be completed. During this phase, we will design any need tables, write necessary scripts, and build reports and web pages. The implementation phase of the project will be done on April 9th. This will involve setup, running, scripts, and testing. The project will be completed and signed off by the project sponsor on April 16, 2013. The cost of designing, building, and implementing will be $175,000. The cost of equipment and related expenses will be around $250,000.
Now I'm sure you're asking yourself, why should we choose you? Well, we here at Datum Unlimited believe the reason to choose us is very simple. If you want your company to be the leader and set Flix2U apart from everyone else, then we are the right company to serve you. We're a step ahead of the competition, and we'll keep you a step ahead of the competition.
In conclusion, we would again like to thank Flix2U for this opportunity and look forward to helping put Flix2U in the driver's seat of online movie rentals.